I would only say that there were several new elements to this meeting which were stressed by European press, not by me. For example, in France, Le Figaro daily, in an article there, Isabelle Lasserre, who usually doesn't like anything Russian, she suddenly had to acknowledge that this was a success of Russian diplomacy and of Chinese diplomacy, and that now it has to be acknowledged by the West that China is not passively neutral in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. China stresses the fact that the main blame for everything that happened lies with NATO and with its uncontrolled expansion after the end of the Cold War. Also, I would point out an article in the Financial Times where the author noted that the agreement to build the Power of Siberia 2, the second huge pipeline to China, which will pump the natural gas originally scheduled to be pumped to Europe. That is a huge project. During the meeting, President Putin said that before the end of 2023, we are going to deliver to China 98 billion cubic meters of gas. That is only possible if Power of Siberia 2 starts operating. So the Financial Times make the conclusion that some kind of agreement was reached between China and Russia on that huge economic project. Yeah, as for the criticism from the United States, let me note that Russia fully embraced the 12 Chinese proposals, because we also want peace, we also want security for the nuclear power stations, and yes, we more than anyone want the fighting to stop as soon as possible. It is the United States and the European Union who want the victory. They say victory for Ukraine, but in fact, the victory for their agents in Ukraine. So basically, this was a very, very special summit, which I think is unprecedented because China starts active diplomacy. China is getting out of the limitations which were self-imposed, after the Maoist period, Deng Xiaoping imposed on China very cautious, very peaceful, but still very cautious foreign policy. Now, China is embarking on something new, and I think something very important for the world.